Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a quick upper body workout. I have a set of 3-pound dumbbells. I would recommend anywhere between 3 to 5 pounds. And if you don't have them, no worries at all. You can always find this with body weight, or even just kind of hold something like a can of beans or soup or something in your hands just to give a little bit of weight. But when we're ready, we'll go ahead and get started in a tabletop position. So let's align our shoulders directly over our wrists and our hips over our knees, starting with some shoulder protraction. When you're ready, kind of just dump your weight into your shoulders. Feel the shoulders kind of sink and relax heavy to the chest, to the floor. Take a big inhale breath, and then on your exhale, really press deeply into the palms. Puff up the space between the upper back, feeling that stretch of your upper back towards the ceiling, and then continue a few more times. So just from the shoulder joint, they kind of collapse into the shoulders, and then puff up and really activate into the upper back. So help to warm up those shoulder blades, especially when we move into some planking in a little bit. These are the muscles, as you protract and you puff up, you really want to focus on those muscles to hold your support in your plank. That'll give you a lot more stability and take a lot of weight off of your wrists if you're prone to feeling it in your wrists. So let's find here for 3. Alrighty, we're here for 2. And 1. Then our left hand will come underneath the face, the right arm peels open. We're gonna find a half thread the needle. So you'll thread this about halfway, keeping that right hand hovering, and then reach and press open back towards that same right side. Beautiful. It's an inhale on your way out. Really stretch open to the chest. Exhale. Think about a half push-up with that left arm. Let's find 2 more. You press back up to open. And your last one. And we'll switch sides. The right hand comes down beneath the face. Left arm opens out, getting a little twist and stretch to the chest. Then exhale, let it hover as it reaches towards the right. Inhale to reopen. Exhale to close that gap. Inhale to align. We're here for 3. Finding your breath. Exhale 2. Your last one. And back through tabletop. From here, we'll step our knees out so you're in a low plank position. You want to kind of find a tuck of your tail so that you can feel the ribs connecting towards those hips. From here, we'll just find a little half chaturanga push-up. So like kind of press like a tricep push-up and lift yourself back up, and then send your hips towards your heels for a child's pose. A little bit of a dynamic warm-up. You lower, lift those arms, send hips to heels, connecting to the belly and the abdominals each time that you re-find your low plank. Beautiful. We'll be here for 5 more. You can always find this on the toes if you're looking to take it up a notch, and then just lift those hips up and back like a little downward facing dog. 3. Those elbows skim past your waistline for 2. And 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop down into your table. We'll send our hips to our heels for a moment, creating a little bit more length from the fingertips to the hips, stretching to the side waistline, and then lift yourself up through center. From here, we'll grab onto our set of dumbbells or your little weights that you have. We're going to start with those arms in a W position. So your elbows right by the ribs, the palms face up, slightly open through the chest. From here, just going to reach those arms out wide and then bend, pull it back in. You reach to extend and bend. A variation of your serve the platter. You're working to find a little bit more length with those arms reaching long through those fingertips. When you pull those elbows back in, I'm going to get you to squeeze a little bit into the upper back. It's really drawing into those posture muscles that you have in the upper back. It'll help you to keep the shoulders pinned back, staying open through your chest. You should start to feel it in the front of the chest as well as those biceps. Alrighty, we'll add a little variation in 4. Bring out to the sides, 3, 2, and 1. Option on this next one to lift up and off of your hips as you serve out. Flip those palms to face down, and then bend, pull it back, and squeeze the ribs. Squeeze the elbows towards those ribs. Notice if the ribs like to flare and you're arching into your mid-back. Can you draw a little bit deeper into the belly? reaching out long. A little bit of a twist. We'll have to just tackle a different part of the shoulder. Now working that upper part of the shoulder. Beautiful. We're here for 6. That hip hinge is optional. You can always find this just like you did, keeping your hips on your heels. You're here for 3. Alrighty, we're here for 2. And 1, we'll hold it out. You're gonna rotate through your wrist like you're creating an upside down U shape. And a very small, just flipping the wrist, flipping the dumbbell up, then down, up, then tap. Again, this can be found with your hips on your heels. Notice, especially if you are dropping into your lower back, you wanna find that variation. Feeling those shoulders, maybe a gentle bend of those elbows. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hands towards your waistline, relax those shoulders up and back. From here, moving into our bicep curl, elbows hug the ribs, you bend it in, you reach all the way up, drawing into a variation of your shoulder press. Lift and slowly bend. Really squeezing that bicep, the bulbous muscle, as it draws up towards the shoulders. And then try to keep your elbows nice and parallel towards one another, like they're still framing the sides of your waistline and your head as you reach those shoulder blades up. Here for 6, slow and steady, for 5, nice, 4, drawing in for 3. The entire series can be done with your hips on your heels if it's a little bit too much, or even in a seat. On this next one, we'll hold a 90-degree angle of our arms. You'll open out and in. Try to tap those elbows in towards one another, drawing a little bit deeper into the chest. Nice. Opening and closing, just hinging from that shoulder joint. Strong and steady. 6, 5, 4, nice. 3, shining that chest wide. 2, 1, we'll hold it out at those 90-degree angles to find a little pulse lift, up and down. Try to keep the neck and the sides of those trapezius muscles right by the neck relaxed. Think about activating into the upper back, keeping your chest proud. 4, 3, 2, 1. Variation here. You're gonna close those arms, find those elbows squeezing together and lift from here. If it's ever too much, you can drop one or both weights, really focusing on drawing those elbows as close as you can. They might not touch depending on the anatomy of your pectoral muscles, but wherever you are, you're holding them close, tackling the chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Go ahead and relax those shoulders. Alrighty, from here we'll drop down through our weights and come back into the nice tabletop position. We'll drop our belly, pull the heart forward through the arms, shine those shoulder blades back. Exhale to round and curl it into your spine. Alrighty, one more. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Alrighty, we're gonna flip ourselves onto a seat, preparing for some tricep dips. So your knees can be bent into like a reverse table position, about halfway to straight. You'll press into your palms behind you, about a foot behind the hips. The fingertips face your hips, or if that's too uncomfortable on your wrists, they face out to the sides. Try not to let them face back. It's just an uncomfortable rotation on your shoulder. When you're ready, planting into the feet a couple inches apart, you lift up and off of your hips. You'll bend your elbows straight back. You should feel a little stretch through the chest, and then lift back up. Nice, lower and lift. The weight is mainly in those heels of your hands, really squeezing through the backs of the arms to get a little bit more lift to the top. Nice. If you'd like to take this up a notch, this will become a little bit harder the further that you walk your heels away from you, as your triceps will have to hold more of that weight, and you have a less steady shape the further that you are from that table. Alrighty, we'll be here for 6, for 5. Try to press evenly through both palms. Here for 3, 2. On our next one, we'll pause at that halfway point and just pulse it out. Just a small little range of motion. Making sure those elbows are straight back behind you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up and sit your hips down. Give yourself a moment. We're going to find another cat-cow, hands behind our thighs. Inhale, pull the chest forward, open those knees. Exhale to round and lean back. One more time, inhale to open. Exhale to round. Working a slight variation, you're going to take those hands back behind you just like they were. Plant your feet down on the floor, lift up your hips. You're going to lift your right knee to tabletop, lower and lift. Nice. Single leg, try to hold that knee stacked over your hip. We're here for 8, 7, 6. Make sure that movement is coming from your triceps, not just dropping the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that right foot, lift up to your left, and continue. Alrighty, strong and steady. This is your last little bit. Through the backs of the arms, we worked our biceps, our shoulders, our chest. 6, 5, drawing into the belly. 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Give it the hips a little bit higher. Just 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to straight, and drop your hips down. Finding your seated position, and anywhere on your mat, we'll go ahead and drop that left arm down towards the floor. Reach your right arm up and overhead, getting a nice sideline stretch. And then slowly back through center. Our right hand will come down, left arm reaches up and over. Try to think, relax those shoulders away, keeping both shoulders square towards the wall in front of you. Inhale back, gently taking that right arm across the body, bend at your left elbow, and then just draw your shoulders down, stretching very gently through this right shoulder. Switching sides. Then inhale, both arms high towards the ceiling. Bend your right elbow, find your tricep stretch. That arm stays close towards the ear. Gently walking the fingertips down the back of your shoulder. We'll switch sides. Left elbow bends. Grab with the right hand. Remembering to breathe. And then from here, from your seat, you can interlace your hands behind the base of your spine. Just gently pull the knuckles down towards the floor. Roll those shoulder blades back, maybe gaze up. And then slowly release. Taking those hands back to heart center, practicing a little bit of gratitude for your movement and how your body is moving today. And you are all set. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.